可能是读些，这读的记，这这三字可能是多好啦。lúc nào giờ ít nu trong lúc sắp tới sẽ trong mà sắp tới tới lúc này và cụ tàu ít tuần xài sinh tử nên cần ở kia nó là lúc nào về lúc xe chạy tàu và trong đó là chạy tàu để khi để cho người cả lúc này phải xóa một chỗ tận thế một chỗ tất kiến ra kiến chạy một chỗ tất kiến trong một chỗ cả chào tàu luôn cá bỏ luôn đi bỏ luôn tất kế bản mình ra tận thế lúc nào cụ tuần xài sinh tử nào lúc xe sắp tới và hiện tại cụ nâng cha chào rau sông lò là đây cụ tàu cái tuần xài cái thực tu lại có cần tới chỉ giá chỉ nó chỉ là có một xe tàu là lúc nâng rồi rồi là xe xả cái đứa xe nhà đó là nó chỉ nó dân tuần xài sinh tử và bây giờ xe tại tàu này cụ trong xe tại tàu này cho ta cháu bọn này bọn thì tôi sẽ tôi làm cái tôi ba cái tôi tuần hai tiền thì lúc nâng bảo tiền nào trên chân tù và tiền của tàu vì sẽ kế con chuột thế nên là cụ thọ dùng xe tại tàu này cho ta nè để gì để cũng để dư thế giá thì tàu đâu mà cụ quan niệm giờ chủ là hại đó là cụ dùng xe tại tàu này cho ta tôi cho kỹ là giờ cũng để dư cái gì này chẳng canh này lúc chơi lúc nhau chẳng canh này lúc xe hở canh này sẽ kỹ lưu tôi chơi tôi ta tôi ba cụ chế này có một ít thật cho tàu tệ chỉ thấy là cụ ta pha ít là lô tô cho mình nhỏ thôi là cho cụ cho sinh giữ vào chậu lúc trong nhau tới là thế thôi là cho cụ nhá tàu tệ hả chè cho chồng này cho mình nhỏ bây giờ thằng lúc thấy chờ bà mình là bây giờ thằng lúc thấy chờ và xí ra thì bác là xí chỉ钱nào钱好这给钱nào钱好那就跟我给这给个业务保不能搞得是要大的个只我给这个只我容了你个的举例个只容我录的个这给我这个车第二你古这不管年哪一多只我挣到挣到只包只那只一个多我投入容那你在那哪một kia một từ thế đó là ta hầu nhiều nên cho ta cũng ba cũng chế cái gì lại lúc nào cũng phát được ta nên ta mình ở sẽ cho nên sẽ tụ ra nhà từ qua để cho cái người như tập tàu tại cái chỉ ta đâu ra là cũng có cái qua là hồi này cái cú luôn nói thế luôn xét cái tàu này trở lại mua chỉ nhà cũng bắt này nhà tụ là hại cho nên cho ta tận lòng tận thế nào ở trong tàu
不在这里，这后台呀，咱们设计，我到车上你参与
啊。nó bây giờ inu rong rồi tờ, chắc còn quý chế này còn rồi quý tụi nha, chế nàyแล้วcũng có ở tuần xài, giật cờ chỉ tao một cái là cô cờ kia mà sẽ là cờ tốt tổng preschool là ta nói như là cái cần gọi là
Okay, I'm going to help translate today, so I'll do my best, but forgive me if I miss some words. So today's a wonderful day here for all of us in celebration of Anna's graduation. This is not just for Anna, but the entire family. So their whole entire family. This is their second grandchild who's graduated. The first one being Alexis last year. This is extremely proud of her for finishing her bachelor's degree. She started all the way from preschool and now finished her bachelor's degree. It's been a long time, and it's a wonderful day to celebrate her.
Great job. Okay. Good side, they will have congratulations. What day? It will not be not I hope it will grow. Cho sáng dự là cho tám rồi sau đó cho nhiều tôi lo quản lý cũng cho sáng dự. Dia cũng chỉ muốn lúc suy hở ở yêu bia cũng tuần lo tây thở nò nên là cũng sắp bia nên mình cũng yêu thấy thay lên đấy à like 10 minutes.
So I want to say a few words to specifically to my grandkids and all the youth here tonight. You are all my grandkids. I'm going to take a little time to tell my story, and I'll try not to take too long.
一直就过下走，就话路老年路，舞蹈叫舞曲就为鸟，偏着一度 sister 落一度模子，ตัวลูกที่เขียนรอตัวตรงลูกไทยเต้เจตัวปีลูกที่เขียนไทยนอเตาชิดาวีเจอื้ออีเดียจีพอลาตัวโตลูกที่เขียนอเมริกาตัวจูได้อาม้วนนุ่มดีชักเลย
In April of 1979, my family, including my husband and 5 young kids, and a sister-in-law at that time, fled Laos and ended up in Thailand in a refugee camp. We spent 5 or 6 months there before finally reaching this wonderful land we call America.
พอน้องๆอุตส่าห์ถ่ายวีเป็นลูกเชี่ยวเลย
What we knew is we wanted them to be educated, and our way of supporting them was doing whatever we could to survive, whether that was cutting grass, hard labor, whatever it was, we did. And even though if we weren't educated, some of my kids finished with their bachelor's as well.
把新郎姑姑让些还给背着，多地姑多去当这么多了，给你有生子，爹说弄了，我们说，叫你都你有啦，老我bỏ để背着mong mà爹rồi chống hắn sắp rồi đi, họ tới cho có cũng bỏ hay cho lớn nã rồi cho ban đi ở xuống đi à, có lấy cho mình nhỏ mong giờ này là cũng trong xe cân cầu đi cũng một đợt lần về thì cũng lúc có mua phong trọc là cũng lúc xe lúc chừng này kìa chỉ xe ở giờ trong xe chặt rồi phao rồi bây giờ lò của là cho nhiều gồm cỡ đó cỡ tới thì trong lần hàng thì cũng trong xe.
Yeah, I've been to a few graduations, and from what I've seen, there's been many young Hmong children or youth who have graduated, and I'm very proud and excited to see that. To see that there are so many Hmong youth that graduated among the others.
กูรู้นี่เนาะแต่สิกูอยากให้พอลงตันพอจอมีหนวดต้องรอที่เขาเนาะไอ้นี่จบเปรี้ยวก็พอน่ะเนาะพออยู่รออยู่ชิมวยทางซ้ายจะเตาโรงเรียนน้องจีซ้ายจะเตาตัวรอตัวเชี่ยก็สินี่มั่วใจซ้ายแต่สิเราได้มั่วช่วยได้มั่วใจซ้ายแต่แกได้อยู่เราก็ตัวนั้นตรงนี้จ้ะโยกเกิดเจ้าเกิดเจ๊บอกเอกก็อยู่做给做这个地有那样的有去做呢个，那要有晒做木鸟的干做个，那晒做不老的家要的有晒，但是弄了要得出来，不年了要不看你老师。
I want to say a few words again to the youth out there. Those of you who were born and raised here or raised here in America, you have the choice. Take advantage of the choice and the opportunities that were given to you. You can choose a path of growing and being successful, or you can choose a path that leads you down where you may not be successful. The wonderful thing is you are in control of your choice and your destiny.
You get any station yes. Which of the right chapter with her like her then right chapter. They put your high opening. Zero more to your high new key. Got an affair because we start to the 5 chapters. Vì thế cô hay luôn mong mình chỉ kẹt á, hay luôn chúng ta hay là đi cô hay luôn mong sẽ đẹp hơn. 领导不去老还他哎，机会把才空了。
So I'm translating the other way now.
That's why he's my husband.
She just said she has the best husband in the world. She said she just wanted to welcome everyone here tonight to celebrate Anna's special day in her graduation and getting her bachelor's degree. And thank you to her parents, Kathy and Dee, for inviting her to say a few words tonight. She's going to speak mainly in English, and then I'll translate portions of it that kind of pertain more to the elders here tonight.
So Anna, congratulations. I'm so happy to be here celebrating with you. You know, a Bachelor's of Science in Animal Science in Fresno State is not easy. I know the program well. I used to work there. And it is one of the best programs in the country for very So trong nó là cái sự hiện có là program at Fresno State Animal Science. You không懂啊？就之后根本就不是一个去发展到 program And you had some questions about maybe opportunities in leading. And it was in that moment I saw how determined you were to pursue your educational and professional career. So I'm really excited to be here because I'm happy that one, you did leave Fresno State, and two, that you graduated. I do want to share a story, I'm going to call it a story, about the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree is very special because while it requires three things that all plants require, water, sunlight, and a healthy soil, when planted from a seed, you can water it for the whole year, take care of it for the whole year, and see nothing. Nothing comes out. The second year, you water it, you nurture it, you take care of it, you still see nothing. The third year, the fourth year, you water the seed, and you're waiting for it to sprout, and you see nothing. But in the fifth year, this bamboo sprouts and goes 80 feet up into the air. In the fifth year, it doesn't matter what you see. And I share this story with you because there's a lot that we can learn from this story. Without a strong foundation, the core foundation of the plant, that bamboo could not grow to 80 feet. Some would have actually given up in the first year, watering that seed. Some would have given up after a couple weeks. So why does it take so long, right? In the first 4 years, it's growing, it's creating a strong root system because it knows it needs to repair its plant to go up 80 feet. I share with you this story because we can learn so much from the bamboo tree. Anna, did you know that your dad's name Tuita means strong roots? It means strong roots. You're a product of a strong foundation. Your parents, your grandparents, your family and friends, everyone in this room are a part of that foundation. And it was your parents, actually, who reached out to me the first time they felt like you had questions about college that they couldn't help you with. They worked hard to give you what they felt you needed, to give you the resources and support to get you here today. And I can see the pride in their eyes and in your grandparents' eyes to see you here. That bamboo seedling has now sprouted, and the better tomorrow that they hoped for and planned for is coming true.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to translate this this story.
Sorry.
So 佢一邊做一下等等，學一下等等，係做小妹做叫小人，佢叫嘅。
And while they have great credentials, they have a degree, they have a high GPA, what they lack is actually initiative and problem-solving skills. They are book smart, but when times get tough, they give up. In my experience, the staff who take initiative and who persevere, especially when times get really, really hard, they are my most successful staff. Just look across the room today and you'll see our elders. They may not have degrees, but they have been persistent, they've been hardworking, and they are very successful.
Okay, có tất cái cần tới thế là vì nó giờ ý khó mà mê là in ra để luôn năng sư or năng rong nữa. con tới là mà những trong đó khỏi dùng đi đâu một giờ một cái to yếu chúng đi để họ họ lựa lại require thì những cái những trong hàng để xin trong là thì trong chúa để giờอยู่lá chỉ tao được gì nữa con tới giờ đó chỉ do tất cả bằng sự tất cả trâu xia trong chúa nó sẽ do lá nó chỉ một degree là nó just as important nhưng trong đó thì họอยู่lá degree nữa cú nó của những hải nó tao từ lúa tao đâu của họ lử họ đánh tới mà lấy những tao straight thế là tao đánh tới lá degree đó chỉ là bông họ thì đó chỉ một họ kể xã họ kể trâu xia họ kể bằng sự thì yêu chúng một ó họ nó tức chỉ mà ý tư với tính năng trong cái chuyện cần chia nó một chả lâu thế rồi là chỉ tao degree có thể là một họ bằng sự là một họ kể trâu xia và nó là tiêu cái tính năng trong thế là tôi năng trong.
So Anna, as you embark on your next steps, I have only 2 pieces of advice for you. First is to remember your strength. And as the first in your family to maybe consider graduate school, or maybe the second person in your family to consider graduate school, the road ahead is going to be filled with a lot of successes, but unfortunately, it's also going to be filled with some disappointments. There will be a time there may be a time you might question if you're on the right path. You'll meet some people who might question if you have the same values or if your credentials are valid. Or you might be hoping for a higher score and you didn't get that score, like you got a B in a test instead of an A. Those times will come. But in these moments, it's really important for you to really fight against that self-doubt, because you really are going to be your worst enemy here. You need to, get back up. You got to try again. You don't let those negative voices cloud your judgment or your will. I remember how scared I was when I was applying to graduate school. I didn't tell anybody because I was scared of failure. I was scared that if I told them that I would eventually have to tell them I got denied. And I did get denied, but then I also got accepted. So my fear of failure, I was preparing for failure, actually ended up to become an opportunity for me. There's this term called imposter syndrome. It's a psychology term word about people who go into spaces, high-achieving people who don't ever feel like they belong in this space. I share this term with you because it is a very common feeling to sometimes feel like you don't belong. And I want you to remember this. You are a pioneer. Just like your grandparents, your grandmother told her story, just like your parents. They worked hard to give you a strong foundation. And as a pioneer, you are a bamboo. And remember how strong you are. Remember your foundation. And like a bamboo, sometimes you may bend, but you never break. Number 2, seek guidance and ask for help. Know that you're never alone. Look at this room. If you look at this room, you have a community filled with people who love you, advice. Turn to the person next to you, turn to the person behind you. We're here to help you. We are here to cheer you on. And if we don't have the answer, just like your parents did, we'll find someone who does. Lastly, I want to say a few words to our Hmong daughters in the room. Let me share with you, I grew up thinking that to be an educated woman, I needed to let go of my Hmongness. I believed that I had to pick one. But what I've learned is, no matter how many degrees you get, no matter what job you get, you'll always be your mom's daughter, and you'll always be your grandmother's granddaughter. For example, you can be CEO, you can be a president, but you can always still butcher a cow with your grandma, and you can also prepare dinner with your mom. It's not an either or, it's both. You can be strong, and you can be Hmong.
So I'm going to translate this last part here. Because I have a little bit in Thai Hong nó thọ cú lo cú một cần tới chị cú chỉ một nhóc của chị của cho lên của tứ cho hai năng hong chơi rồi cái sự của hai đó này chẳng sai nó thì sở do you tao được viên bộ lịch cha và trước đại degree lo you CEO you tao có lựa president lo you trưởng trong thì you trưởng giao you nhiều tiền sai you trưởng giao you nhập bò để tài từ xài sáng tử nữa nhưng nó có một what to CEO là president nó ta chỉ có tao muốn đó cái nhờ đó cái là những tao muốn đi nữa nhưng nó có tao nhiên tao bỏ cha cái tao bị viên bỏ cha là ta chỉ có muốn đó cái nhờ cái gì quần mòn nó trái máu nó là những tao muốn nữa bây giờ cần đại sứ là chia tiền cho you hành hong chế những chuyện dân hành hong you what tao ở nhà thế gì cần đại sứ là tao you đã khá là chế là you đã khá là nhiều nhiều từng sai là tao nữa.
That's all I had.
Okay.
Congratulations, Anna.
The only thing they gave me is talk about success. So it's a very broad topic, so I'm going to try to see if I can hit something that would resonate with, the youth today. So lúc đó tôi có hay mika cho họ biết cho rồi tôi muốn theo lúc học theo tổng tin nào thì cho lo cái cũng trả lúc gì. Giờ này cái lo thì chờ một họ muốn theo lúc học theo này cả để lần đầu cũng thả là bên mà thả cả này. So Anastasia's, congratulations, and the mom and dad, and grandpa, you guys should all be very proud. Cho con một cái đó là nên chia ít thôi như gì, mình nên sẽ ít một cái lo là nên chia thôi như gì. Có lúc là trong phu bé chỉ tao trong phu nè, trong mọi tao trong nào bé chỉ tao trong nào. So there's a lot of obstacles that you guys had to overcome. The lack of sleep. Restless nights studying, all the temptations that you had to resist. So there's so much that you guys had to battle to get here at the end and to complete. And the 2021 census has said there's only about 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 adults have a bachelor's degree. So you should be very proud of yourself. And those of you who also have this bachelor's degree, you should also be proud of yourself. But I still want to remind us that education is not the only way to be successful. We have a great example here, Anastasia and your grandpa. Success is something that we have to define for ourselves. Success could be anything that you want it to be, but I want you to be mindful. Do not forget the power of education. Education is very powerful. If you've never gotten an education, you probably won't realize how powerful it is. Education is probably the only thing that gets people out of poverty. And if you know our Hmong people, we came from poverty. And with education, a lot of us were able to pull our families out of poverty. So don't say, it's only a BS, it doesn't mean anything. It does, it means a lot. So, like I said, we have a chance, it's a time for change. We get to define what success is. So in the past, as a daughter, to be a successful daughter, I can train to cook, to clean, because my future goal is to be a wife. That was success. And nowadays, I still get that. Is something people still push me to be, which I'm trying to define, because success goes beyond than being internet Jejong, and success goes beyond education. So, I'm going to give you guys 3 challenges, because I am a professor. So everyone who's sitting in here, this challenge is for you. It's not just for Anastasia and her friends who just graduated, but it is for every single one of you. I want you to think beyond yourself. So you've got your degree, now what? And one thing that I want us to really think about is to go beyond yourself. What is your sense of purpose? That means, what does life mean to you? What would you hope to change? What would you hope to do? So I think those of you who kind of know me,
So your sense of purpose is my first challenge for you. Either tonight or tomorrow morning, I want you to wake up, or before you go to bed, I want you to write down what your sense of purpose is. And if you don't know what it is, go Google. But I'll give you some questions. So, sense of purpose, what is the direction in your life? What motivates you? What makes you happy? What do you stand for? What do you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What should you do with your life? What can you do with your time that is important? And what are you willing to struggle for? So your sense of purpose goes a little bit beyond a goal. So since Mother's Day is near, a goal could be like, I want to be a father. Very easy to be a father. You could adopt, or you could do it the natural way, okay? Very easy. However, to get the degree to be a veterinarian is very obtainable. I believe she will get that. That is a goal. Now she needs to look at what is her sense of purpose in being a veterinarian. What kind does she want to be? How would she like to be perceived? So that sense of purpose goes a little bit beyond your goals. And since, for those of you who don't really know what sense of purpose is, you know, it involves every single element of your life. It could be work, family, community. And I want you to know that research, people have done research on this. If you have a sense of purpose. The other one that I want you guys to challenge you guys to look at and to write about either tonight or tomorrow morning is, what kind of impact do you want to make? You can have a great sense of purpose that fulfills you, that gives you direction and motivation every day. But who does it serve? Does it only serve you, or who does it serve? So I want you to think beyond yourself. What legacy do you want to leave behind? It could be you want to be the greatest father. It could be very simple impact and a great father that your generations, your grandchildren will talk about. Or you could be a great, like Anastasia, a great veterinarian. Someone who they would trust the life of their lovely pets and their family. Someone who could save them, someone who could be a comfort. So you have to kind of figure out what is your sense of purpose when you look at those ways to be successful. So one question that you could ask yourself is, what legacy do you want to leave behind? What do you want people to say about you when you exit this world? We are only here temporarily. So those of you who are still young, you may not think about it. Wait till you hit almost 50, you're like, oh shoot, I'm almost towards the end, now what? And then you'll start thinking about the impact. I don't want you to wait till you're 50. I want you to start thinking now. How can you make an impact now? The last challenge that I challenge you guys, because I'm a counselor at heart and because I'm a professor, is as you succeed, as you develop your sense of purpose, as you impact other people and impact yourself, my challenge to you is to also love yourself, because you can't do it without yourself. You can fail, but you need yourself to bring yourself back up. You need yourself to tell yourself that it's okay to fail, that you are enough. So Anastasia, you are enough. And I want you to think that, you're not perfect because you're human. And you don't have to satisfy every single person out there. You've got this grandparents that, like I told him, I don't think I could ever succeed you. I don't think I ever surpass you. And so you have a lot coming at you, a lot of influences and things to go forward towards. But I want you to love yourself. I want you to take time to just relax and take care of yourself. Because as you make an impact, you have to really make an impact on yourself as well. Because that's the most important thing, is to also impact yourself, because that's going to keep you healthy and happy as you move forward. But I want all of you in these 3 challenges to think about, how can you do all 3 of them? You need balance. Because without balance, what's going to happen is you're going to be, when I say take care of yourself, some of you love fishing, especially our guys. You fish all the time, take care of yourself all the time, you're going to forget about the other pieces. Those of you who love helping the community, and you do so much for the community, but you forgot about yourself, you forgot about your family. So that balance is also needed as you go forward to do your successes. So tomorrow or tonight, take that quick 5 to 10 minutes, write your sense of purpose, write what impact you would like to do, and how you can love yourself, how you can take care of yourself. And while you ponder on what success means to you, I want you to think about the who, the what, the how, and the why. Very simple. These are questions you should ask yourself in every single thing that you do. But the people that impact is your who, okay? So it's yourself and other people. Your job is your what. Your education is your how. Your sense of purpose is your why. So Anastasia and all of you, I wish all of you guys success, whatever that may mean to you. But I also want you to kind of leave you with a quote by one of our modern great thinkers, Simon Sinek. And what he said is, people don't buy what you do, but they buy why you do it. And also Maya Angelou and all the great thinkers also said, people don't remember what you say or do, but they will remember how you make them feel. So as you seek for your success, as you seek for your purpose, your impact, I want you to think about, and I want you to think about other people. Don't forget the who and how they perceive you and how they feel when they connect with you. In our type of work, the most successful people are not the smartest people. They're the ones who are able to work, collaborate with other people. They're the ones that are able to network and to successfully work with a group of people. We are a social being. That is something that's a given, that we have to be able to work with others. So I hope that, whatever you do, that you meet the success that you want and meet the sense of purpose that you want, not the one that I want or the one that your parents want, but yours. Because that one is going to keep you going for more years than the ones that everybody wants you. It's at the end of the day, when you are stressed, you're alone at night. You can talk to your significant others and your friends, but they go to sleep, you're left with yourself. So that piece of you is so important, and I hope that all of you do take care of yourself. And thank you so much. Jean-Charles, Jean-Paul, các chơi của tôi hãy biết là được. Các tôi có biết trong mong hay các tôi trong là các tôi chỉ trong là một bát chè biết mà đi thả luôn. So thank you so much for the opportunity today.
Mike, I need you to come and speak at my daughter's graduation. He made it seem like I was his last, that was it. I was his last resort. But if I knew that, Song and Melissa were going to come and make such wonderful speeches, you didn't need me. I don't need to be up here. But thank you to Melissa and Song as well for your words. I do get asked to be a speaker for these events, and more often than not, I turn them down. But I can't just say, no, I'm not going to come speak at your kid's graduation. What kind of jerk would I be, right? So what I say is, oh man, I can't make it. I just don't show up. And I get away with that because everyone says, oh, you're a doctor. You must be really busy. And whenever anyone tells me that, I always say, man, I am. I really, even if it's not true. But yes, I'm not the greatest of a public speaker, but that's not why I typically, avoid it. It's because I still feel like I'm young. My brain hasn't told me yet that I have wisdom to come and share. I feel like I can still party with the rest of y'all there, even though it's not true. It'll probably kill me. But anyway, I'm compelled to be here tonight, Anna. Because I do think I have a little more to say than the usual. And that's a big part of that is because of who we are and how we're related. And so my name is Michael Tao. This is my wife, her name is Clea. They call me Doc, or Dr. Mike, because I'm a psychiatrist and one of the first physicians in the family. And that's probably why Bobby Pada asked me to come say some words tonight. Bobby and I are also cousins. So my father, sitting right here, is the brother of Bobby's mother, sitting right there. And so in our culture, that makes me Anna's niece. None of this first cousin once removed or whatever that system is. I think most people don't even know what that system is. But I do consider Anna as my niece. And but anyway, the first time I think I met Anastasia was in the year 2005 when I moved from Michigan to Minnesota for medical school, and your family moved from here to Minnesota. So we both moved to Minnesota that same year. A little too philosophical, but I'm doing it on purpose so that you get to know me a little more. And my theory is that by doing this, if you in the future were to ever need me to be as a resource, you would feel comfortable in coming to do so. Okay, so another thing about our culture, of course, is respect for elders. As I said, we do believe with age comes wisdom. So out of respect, I'm gonna speak some quick words in Hmong, and then I'll come back to English for the rest. And I don't remember how well you understand Hmong, but it might contain some spoilers, but that's okay. Okay, nhớ trong nhà trong lưu, Dr. Michael Tho, và Dr. Bảo Tho, từ nói của từ lưu. Kalian, cô này thân sĩ của dân chỉ nên Tho hay là dân chỉ, cô do ý tôi cứ có mò từ lưu cho cái xã xiên gì. Đâu rồi tao có rong để cha ước giờ cũng tin hơn cha phòng cái này cha phòng cái thì thô thế giờ nó vì nó cha người tin luôn cha người thì họ chơi tôi có cái lòng cú đầu chạy Anastasia. Sorry, lost my spot. Okay, giáo lưu cũng bao tuôn yên tĩnh đâu do là tí này sự khó nên là lúc gì đâu vì ai kia do ai cũng mong thì yên chỉ một trâu cũng chơi của sân chỉ tạo là đây rồi giờ tôi chạy còn nó hai người chỉ có tao nhá ta chỉ cũng mà muốn đi summarize nên còn nên họ có được vừa họ tôi hay đi chợ so nhưng mà all of the this soเราthứ ý về ý thì vô hai đôi nữa thì con này xuống xe hết thì con nó thì kinh tử cho cái cần tới chỉ cho ý cho cái nhái in tàu xuống cho từ cũng như phố bây giờ nó xuống nhá đó chỉ hỏi thì xuống xe chắp lời do hai tiền đã nè ta tập chọn cho cái mẫu sốวันนี้我只應只我依個中超嘅英咯，因為你學人哋面喎，我聽你幾吹，我哋先吹一下，聽你幾做幾冇數，知道依個係不老車，剛咗，人哋很多，對tác tỏ thiệt cho kế nó giờ mua hay thì những cái từ những muốn ná những muốn nọ những chỉ yêu xe đi nó thì lấy dùng thiệt cho cái một số thì xài chỉ muốn để những người thì nhiệt thiết chỉ trong nhiệt thiết chỉ ba từ mình cả từ mình muốn lúc nào lúc giờ trong một cái yêu xe cả lời chỉ muốn thiệt cho cái một số so now they in your congratulate cha nên tin nữa they lo luôn all the like do thọ nhiều những muốn mua cái nên chỉ tiếng nào vậy professional they giờ chủ cho they giờ chủ hiểu cho hữu thị or lo luôn cái humility thì cú dùng tiếng mình chỉ hoàn toàn kia hay kia đâu phải hay kia, tôi đi chơi thì có shop tàu, giờ thì dùng tàu chơi cho hữu thị, có bao nhiêu cái cái nhà thì ta chỉ cú dùng chúng ta xài vào thì đây rồi dùng xài đây rồi hữu thị chúng mình nhé chỉ tàu đây rồi những nó chỉ cần tàu nhé. Alright, okay. So, thằng này giả hữu thị này một trong Okay, back to English. All right, so there's only two themes I want to share with you tonight, Anna. The first is, why is tonight special? And I think most people would answer, well, it's your achievement. Yes, your achievement is why we're here tonight, and it is yours, and yours alone, unless maybe Xander wrote all your essays, or your mom did all your homework before. I know your dad didn't do it. Your dad didn't do any of that. But no, you should celebrate, and if you haven't already, take some time to feel proud and enjoy, take it all in. But also reflect and learn from experiences, both the good and bad experiences, and from mistakes. So I think most people would agree and know that part. I think everyone knows this part too, but I think it gets missed oftentimes. So and this other part, in my opinion, is actually the even greater reason and the more exciting part. Yeah. So I believe, Anna, that you developed a passion for animals and wanted to become a veterinarian at a young age. Call it a dream, perhaps. And maybe from when I first met you, you had this dream. I don't know if any of this is true, but I'm going to believe it anyway, because if I don't, then this speech is not going to make any sense. But when I was young, I also had dreams. And my first dreams was to become a professional football player, and or basketball player. Well, I stopped growing in the 5th grade, so I had to change. But at one point, as sort of my backup dream, I thought about being a veterinarian. It's a true story. I grew up watching animal and nature shows with my grandma. Those were the only shows that she could understand. And I always had an interest in behavior and nonverbal communication, which, by the way, is a skill that's used in both psychiatry and veterinary medicine. But I changed my mind because I learned that I was more interested in eating animals than taking care of them. Don't get me wrong, I want them to be healthy and have healthy lives, but so they taste good. But anyway, the point is, I am so happy for tonight, and I think tonight's occasion is so special because I believe you are chasing your dream. And as a parent, I think that's the greatest thing that we can see in our children. And so I'm so happy to be a part of this, to be a witness. And I know your parents are ecstatic, and I'm so happy for you. I forgot a part. I was supposed to say a quote about, Manny Pacquiao, greatest boxer ever, right? He says, why do people love athletes? And this was his quote. And he said, people love athletes because they follow their dreams. And, I agree with that 100%. But I would also say it's even, we do love athletes. I watch sports. But when it comes to your children, it's like, tenfold, 1 million times fold of the feeling is greater than that, than if your athletes follow their dreams, or your other heroes. My mission and dream now is to be able to witness such a thing in my own children. By the way, this also validates them as parents, because in order for someone to follow their dream, their basic needs must be met. So they can say they are fulfilling their parental duty, that is helping to provide food, clothing, shelter, and protection. But I think the harder part is self-confidence. That they have helped you develop the confidence in yourself to pursue your dreams. And that's the most beautiful thing. There are things that can compare to that or have equal value, but I'm not going to go there tonight. That's saved for a different special occasion in the future in your life. And if you invite me back again to speak, I'll be. The second theme is on the theme of humility. And you will hear lots of people say, be humble. And I won't go into too much about the importance of having humility, other than it will serve you in your life, in all realms of your life, and especially in your professional and your career path. I just wanted to go a little beyond that and touch on something a little different in how to be humble. Humility, I think some people are naturally humble. That's true. But that doesn't mean that it's something that you can't develop and cultivate and get better at. And so, my advice to you is to continue to consciously think about that and just tell yourself, I need to be humble. The more you do that, the more it will just become natural and be a part of you. The other thing that I would mention is that in order to practice humility or have humility, you need to stay connected to everything and everyone. Literally stay grounded, because that's what connects us all to everything and everyone. Now, everyone has their own way of doing this. Some people do it through music, religion, through food. Perhaps an appreciation for all living things, believing they all play a role and they deserve to be healthy. Maybe why some veterinarians want to become veterinarians. But find how you connect, continue to grow that. I do it by being in the outdoors, hiking, hunting, fishing. I often tell myself we're connected in a circle and not as a pyramid, where one is higher or something's more important than the other. And I think that's really helped me deal and cope with frustrations in life. Also, the opposite of humility is thinking that you're better off, or you're better and that you can do it all by yourself. So if you practice humility, you know when to ask for help and how to use it. And that's just my little blurb of, if you ever need anything from us, all you have to do is call or ask. Okay, to summarize, congrats on the achievement, and although it is your achievement alone, remember you didn't do it all on your own. Also know that tonight isn't just about you, it's a little bit about your parents, just like how your wedding will be. But again, we won't go more into that yet. I'm also indirectly putting a little pressure on you. Some people call it encouragement, but I'm nudging you to keep pursuing your dreams, because it's the greatest thing ever to watch. And then of course, let us know when you need help. Before I depart up here, we do have a little gift for you.
Dad and my mom and all my family and friends who helped me in so many ways to make this event happen. Thanks to Aunt Cal for being a second mom to all my children and to my daughter. My heart is overflowing with joy and pride as I look at what a wonderful woman you become. I know you achieved this stepping stone through your dedication. I want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you. Always know that we will continue to support you through your journey to a greater success and fulfillment in your life. Congratulations, my love.
All right, well, thank you, babe. That was a wonderful speech. Love you, Anna. I just want to say one thing to you. I love you, and I hope that you work very hard to get your education and further that. I don't want to say something, but you know, Dr. Mike said it all, Melissa said it all, and Song said it all. So with all those words of advice, there's not much I can say, but failure. Failure. You know, people fail so they can achieve something. You just don't all of a sudden become successful. So, Grandpa, us, we've all worked hard, we have no education, we failed so many times. But we picked ourselves right back up and we tried again and tried again and tried again. Until we get that one time right. Just that one time counts. So failure is not permanent. It's a temporary thing you go through and everybody does it. But you have to pick your back up. You have to learn from it, drive better from it, and hopefully you succeed, and you will succeed. So I just want to let you know that failure is a part of learning, and failure is a part of education and becoming who you're going to be. So thank you, and you're next. All right?
Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming, for taking time out of your schedule to celebrate such a big milestone in my life. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for being here today. I'm gonna try not to cry, and if anyone knows me, I'm the biggest crybaby ever. I cry all the time. I just want to thank all of my aunties and uncles and my cousins and my sisters for helping decorate, setting up, cooking, doing my makeup, and all the other little details that I don't even know about. I wish I had the time to name every single one of you, but that would take way too long. But ladies, you know who you are. You're hardworking, and Queens absolutely love every single one of you. Without any of you guys, this would not be possible. So thank you all so much. I also want to thank my grandparents. As you know, without them, I would not be here today. We would not be here today. I want to thank my parents as well for always supporting me and loving me unconditionally. With that being said, I'm so grateful to have such an enormous and loving family, and I love each and every single one of you guys, whether we see each other once a year, once a month, once a week. I know that I'm able to call upon any of you guys, and you guys will be there for me, so I really do love and appreciate all of you guys. I finished with my undergraduate, but I still have a very, very long road ahead of me. I know everyone has said it, but I am planning on attending veterinary school, which is 4 years long. I'm currently applying to schools, and I won't hear if I get in or not until January of 2024. It's a very long process, but it's all going to be worth it in the end to do what I love, and I know everyone's probably hungry, so let's just eat and have fun. Please enjoy yourself, drink, and celebrate. Cheers.
Ngoài đi doctor rồi nếu học bên doctor tôi giỏi nào này đi tôi chuyển câu hỏi cho luôn cho đồ đi xã cho chị chuyển tóc cái đấy thì còn đi sẽ được trong đó thì không chắc là giáo hội cho chúng ta nó đi cho rồi sẽ được trong đó mà lúc nào như bạn đi sẽ được lúc nào mưa đêm rồi như bạn đi sẽ được lúc không là thì cũng trong nhà này để vô lọ sơi rồi nữa ý là vô hãy vô được rồi không một rồi ở đi xa cả mình một cái tóc ở đây lọ cả tàu rồi lúc xe xa lên trời nữa ok thì hôm nay quan trọng đây là thì bây giờ qua những gì nó sẽ có gì đều quan trọng hơn nó là gì ở cái qua các cái chỗ đó ok, tất cả cho nó ra tôi đi tôi trở lại anh chị họ cho bé họ ít lúc cho vấn đề quyền mua phần được ít là hỏi bà trong vấn đề phần được của ta hay là chứng mua này kìa có vậy được không? It's good to try.
She's probably sitting inside. Oh, she's right. Aren't you asking where your thigh is? She's okay.
Have you seen the Netflix series? It's called Beef.
I started watching it, but I've been too busy, haven't been able to finish it. Outing?
Hãy có người trong con đường nè, bé sẽ đào của cha đi, bé sẽ đào thôi, bé tỏ sẽ nhỏ. Thì buổi nhục lại đây nè.
没事年那年我那都查好了，我学那要都我家那些考试，我也公的，考的也考，公的高。bây giờ nó cũng nhận cái một cái do nó đi cho những cái gì đó hơi to thì có tôi cho những chương trình sẽ cấp sẽ gì nữa của giờ theo những cái công ty nào rồi cũng được share của cái là cái chương trình là cái cũng nhiều cái trai là có một cái cơn hàng nó sẽ là thì theo cái đầu tiên đó thì thật sự là cái đồ này là tôi thấy là cái the pain of it he's gonna sweep all the bags. Cũng vì ta không thể thì không chịu không lọc cũng qua lò cũng phải được cái hộp có gì hộp qua cũng còn là cũng có chê từ là mình phải là lò mà tiền mình cho cái chỉ chuyên cho lớn mình cho cái thử xem tu là tu lò bây giờ khi đồng tự tu trả qua tại đây nha cùng một cái cùng một đời đây cả đây thờ mai cho tiền mua cho cái thọ lớn trong đâu này nó là tu trong đâu đó nó đi không trong đâu này còn chút to khác mà đó là họ còn chút to khó thì cái tiếng trai thì cái luôn là họ ở đó để nó chơi mua được và bạn mình chơi đi có là nó
It's okay. 저 배송지. 그리고 the nurse.
monkey. I don't know how to speak monkey either, but I love you and I'll always be here for you. And I'm so proud. Love you. You're the best. You're the only.
Congratulations to you, Tanya.
Even if you don't do good things, I love you.
I'll be needing C-sections and everything later, okay?